Hello, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and I wanted to do a quick word about the Game Awards tonight. We just watched that. We spent 4 hours online. I want to thank everybody that came and hung out with me and watched that. You guys are incredible, man. You guys are what makes this all of this worth it. Now, there's no sugarcoating it. This was a devastating night for Xbox without them showing anything, but that was one hell of a PlayStation showcase for 2022, and I'm excited about PlayStation next year too. Like they showed a lot of stuff that definitely has my interest. So well, definitely this is going to definitely be an interesting year next year. I don't know, a lot of people in the comments were saying that yeah, Xbox is doing this is planned, it's blah blah blah. That doesn't give them any excuse. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for them to not be able to show off games and stuff because they're afraid of some deal. That's nonsense. It doesn't make any sense to me. PlayStation came out swinging with plenty of stuff to show. You had From Software with a new game already. They just launched Elden Ring this year. I mean, come on, Xbox. What's going on, man? What's going on? I love Xbox. I love PlayStation. I love Nintendo. I love gaming. So it doesn't really matter. But PlayStation clearly wants to sell you a PlayStation 5, and Xbox clearly wants you to buy a Samsung TV and subscribe to Game Pass. So that's the message that I think a lot of people in the gaming, a lot of gamers are starting to get, and I feel like that might actually bite Xbox in the butt if they don't turn around and start getting people hyped. Now I know they showed off a bunch of games that are not that are coming within the next 12 months. Like, I get that. I 100% understand that. I understand the fact that Xbox doesn't need to essentially promote games like PlayStation or Nintendo does anymore. They don't necessarily have to do that. All they really have to do is, advertise Game Pass. Like, it's fine. Do I think that's a great... I don't necessarily know if that's the best way forward, especially in this market, the way people expect to be hyped all the time and then hyped some more. I know that I personally have been overhyped for a few games this year and f- fairly and let down quite often, to be completely honest with you. And games that I didn't really think that I was super hyped for have turned out to really to really to really surprise me. I'm going to be honest with you. When everybody was talking about Elden Ring and getting hyped for Elden Ring, I was one of those people that I was kind of like, yeah, I want to play it. I'm hyped for it. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I don't know if I'm going to get into it. But then I played that game and it was incredible. It literally blew me away and delivered an open world exploration Souls like RPG that I was like, wow, dude, I could have only dreamed of that experience. Callisto Protocol, believe it or not, it's another one that completely surprised me that I wasn't like over my head heels, over the hills freaking hyped for. I knew I wanted to play it, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm so hyped. Uh, so there's those, and there's Grounded. Grounded, I was like, wow, man, this is an incredible game. I wasn't expecting that, and it blew me away. So I was underhyped, and they over delivered on these experiences. And Elden Ring is just incredible, no matter how you look at it. I was overhyped for Horizon Forbidden West, overhyped for Gran Turismo 7, overhyped for God of War. And I feel like that's why those games kind of fell flat. Now, I still rated Gran Turismo 7 and Horizon Forbidden West pretty high. God of War was like the icing on the cake for me. I was so disappointed in my overhype and the way that turned out, the way that experience turned out for me. And I was just frustrated. I feel like if I would have just sat down on Saturday, if I would have got the game Friday and played, into Friday night and then finished the game up on Saturday, I feel like that experience might have potentially been a little bit better for me. But I played it in like 4 different sittings, and I had time to like really think about what I had just played and like really take that in. So yeah, it kind of turned out to not be exactly what I thought it was going to be or what I wanted it to be. But I'm fairly happy with the showing that we got for the Game Awards. A lot of good games coming to Xbox, a lot of good games coming to PlayStation, a lot of good games coming to Nintendo Switch, PC. We've got a bright 2023 ahead of us, and there's a lot of stuff to play and a lot of games that we're going to get to take advantage of next year. So I'm really happy for that. This was a nice closeout for the year. There's not really much left on the plate for the rest of this year. You got Final Fantasy or Crisis Core, and then we got, The Witcher. The Witcher 3 is really, really nice. I'm really excited to get into that. So that's basically my thoughts on it, man. This was one heck of a PlayStation showcase. PlayStation fans definitely needed that. Now they have something to talk about other than God of War. So yeah, man, if we're Xbox, we need to take our L. We clearly lost this year, and there's no redemption whatsoever for this year coming at all. So I guess our best bets are on High on Life. Hopefully that pans out and everybody's happy, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm not super hyped for that game, so maybe that's one that I'll play and I'll really love. But as it sits right now, I think we're in a pretty decent place gaming. If you're one of the fanboys and you refuse to buy either or console, that's on you, man. That's your mistake for denying yourself that. But if you're in a position where you could only pick one and you chose Xbox, I'm not going to say you chose wrong. You clearly didn't choose wrong. You just like what else were you going to do, man? Like, you didn't know. Xbox is your thing. Xbox is your platform. Appreciate it. Love it. Play your games, and hopefully Microsoft will deliver next year, man. Like, if they don't deliver next year, then I would start to worry. But as it sits right now, PlayStation is hitting the ground running pretty hard, and it doesn't look like they're going to slow down. So Microsoft is actually, they're going to have to do something about it. They're going to have to bring something out fairly soon. As for PlayStation, man, congratulations. They knocked it out of the park this year. They delivered. Hopefully that's the rest of their PlayStation 4 stuff. But I mean, Armored Core is clearly been in development enough to where it's cross-gen title. So I am a little bit worried about that. Not too worried, but a little bit worried about that. But yeah, for the most part, like Lords of the Fallen, some of these other games that I saw, that Blue Protocol, we saw a lot of good stuff, man. I'm pretty happy. I'm going to try to condense the whole thing down and get some video out and do like another video on it, sometime this weekend maybe, and really think about it. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do a bigger one. This is just like I had some stuff on my mind and I wanted to talk about it. So I wanted to get a video out tonight. So, all right, man, we'll see you guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching the show with me. I really appreciate that. You guys are freaking awesome, and we will see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.